Here you are. So I'm looking, and they were saying like how important Big Boy Records was and how many acts he had over there before they went on to go to these labels that went on to become quote unquote legendary labels.
Yep. Charles Temple was a genius, man. He had some bread. He's the one who taught me, along with Big D. Big D taught me marketing and promotion, but Big Boy taught me how to go into a store and get positioning with POP, with point of purchase material, with point of purchase product. That's what POP stands for, posters and stuff. He taught me how to know what was selling and what wasn't. He taught me if you get him a little bread, you can get anything you want. He'd be at Peaches with Sharani. Hey, look here, man, I got you two Parterns of Crime. We already selling out the trunk. Gonzalez and already, they already moved 10,000. I ain't even got a release date on it. We need to get some of that window space. He don't know how to put up no posters, but he can get Leroy, which is precise, to go in there and put the posters up. I learned how to do posters. That's how I actually kind of got known, like on the retail side, from Otha Baker, DJ Cypher here. But my point is, Chuck taught me that. But with Big Boy, he had the right acts. He had the right combination. Rob Shaw was his business partner. He handled management. Leroy Edwards was precise. He was the drummer in the band in high school. Him and KLC was partners. He had the beats. And this white dude named Dave Falk played the keys. And then you had Big Boy. He had the money and he knew what he could hear. Mystikal, he's the one who put the braids in Mystikal's hair. Mystikal's hair wasn't braided. And Mystikal was a combat engineer in the service. He used to go sweep for mine. That's why he's so crazy and so much energy.
Yeah. I was hearing how he came out from being in the war and shit, and then came home and
did it, bro. Black Menace, which was kind of like, they would be really relevant right now out that boot camp clique. Threat and then J-Dog. Two of the coldest. J-Dog's pen is incredible. He wrote, remember Eazy-E's Hoes With Attitude?
Yeah.
When they weren't relaunched, J-Dog wrote most of the record. Oh, yeah. Then Tim Smooth. Hey, man. Don't get no better than Tim Smooth. They had to put a little beard on Tim Smooth on the Black Menace album cover because he was still signed to rap a lot. So they disguised his face. If you go back and look at the Black, and that was Wicked Cricket's favorite album. Black Menace is called Drama Time. He loved Mystikal. I remember when Chuck gave us Mystikal.
Fiend was over there too, right?
Fiend, Ricky, what? Fiend was, his pen has always been great. Some of the No Limit stuff, if you go back and listen to it now, you'll be like, Fiend wrote that for P. Some of that Rough Rider stuff, Fiend did that. Fiend is a monster, and his businesses together. Like people talk about Can I Burn, but go back and listen to the one with Chuck, marketing genius, put Fiend in the crack pipe, and had Won't Be Denied. They sampled Anika's Baker's I Won't Be Neglected, I Won't Be. Sice did that back then. Then he sampled Happy Feelings from Maze back in the day. If you go back and listen to I Won't Be Denied, you'll hear a song on there called Enough Was Enough. Sice shot a short movie to that with Will Horton, who's now all kind of awards. Will has all of that. You had Insane from the 17th Ward. You had Sporty T. What everybody? You had Silky bouncing in the 6 tray. You had the Ghetto Twinz with Drama Time. Surrounded by Criminals. Mama's Hurting Baby, which is a rip from Brown Sugar Baby from D'Angelo. If you go back and go listen to it, they of course you had Mystikal, but the backbone of that label was Partners in Crime.
But I was hearing that they were saying like, I guess people were kind of scared to like get involved with and now it's making sense now. Was it because of the gang stuff or was it
because of the drugs stuff? My homeboy didn't do it no more, but he kept getting in trouble. And then I told you when they left LA and they came back to New Orleans, it was the LA boys. So they made money through street pharmaceuticals. Yeah. And him and Baby, they used to beef back then in the streets. That's UNLV and Cash Money. Well, UNLV and Mystikal didn't get along. Case in point, we're going to drag him in the river, dump his body in Chuck Yard. That's Chuck.
Chuck Yard. I always thought it said dump his body in Junkyard.
We're going to drag him in the river, dump his body in Chuck Yard. Use a hoe, Mystikal. Use a hoe, Mystikal. Yeah. That's Chuck. That's Charles Temple.
Okay.
So yeah, I had records, bro. And that's how I met Baby and Slim. Me and Big D constructed a contract. We was working for Chuck. My partner went to BRE in '96. Black Radio exclusive, Sidney Miller's joint back then. I got a picture of me and Chuck that we hadn't seen each other in about 10 years. We got a picture. I got it in my photo album because I opened up the camera. And back in the day, you hit that red flash in it. That's the only picture that Chuck and I have together. I actually preached Chuck's funeral. I eulogized Chuck. But my point is, people were scared of Chuck because not only that, Chuck was crazy. Only person who wasn't scared to deal with Chuck was Ernie Singleton. MCA Records, Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight and the Pips. He's from New Orleans, so he knows the mindset. But Chuck was the one. Rob was booking shows. Monster was doing all of the road management. Sice was making show tapes. Parties and
I mean, they were the big label in New Orleans before
if
No
Chuck
Limit,
wouldn't have
before
went to
Cash
jail,
Money.
and G Slim wouldn't have got killed, bruh. G Slim is tatted on my left arm. Chuck is tatted on my back. Well, Big Boy Records logo is tatted on my back, along with my On the Level Promotions faces on the back, on my back. I love Chuck. Chuck was one of one. He taught me. We was about to do a documentary on him, and he on a Tuesday, me and him and Big D. He died on a Tuesday. Me and Big D were in the mall. We took a picture and sent it to Chuck, and he was laughing. I still got it in my phone. And then that Tuesday, he went fishing the night before, ate a bowl of cabbage, went home, had a heart attack, and his fiance, who was a nurse, couldn't resuscitate him.
Donnie Houston.